Alright.
Hey, don't cut.
English number 1.
Alright, well, Dylan, sharpen his pencil. Then we're going.
Before you start.
We'll give you the first one after. Dylan, it's good, man. No, I need the other one.
Dylan, calm down, bro.
Alright. So, we are. Come on. It's good. Sit down. Alright, so we are going to be graphing systems of inequalities just like we've been doing. So today is actually going to be really similar to your quiz and what we've been doing so far this week, except it's going to be a little different. So far, everything we've done, we've had like a diagonal line like this, and then we like shaded the sides. And then we had like an up and down or left and right line, and then we shaded the side, right? We always had an up and down or left and right. This time around, when we graph these, we are going to have two diagonal lines. So this graph is going to look something like, just as kind of a random example, something like this, and then maybe something like this. So your lines are both going to be diagonal today, no up and down or left and right. So it's not really any different, it's just a little more work, because both of our lines, we have to graph the long way. We can't just do the easy ones. So we're going to start with our first line right here. Y is less than or equal to 1 over 3x minus 4. Willem, why don't you start us off? If we're going to graph that line, what's the first thing I need to do?
Find the base. It's -4.
Find the what?
That's you, Lexia.
The b, yeah. It's not base, but
The base.
yeah. Yeah. So we're going to go -4 for our dot.
Ew.
You better be quiet.
Okay, and then after I go to my b, Allison, what do I going to do next?
Wait, I was blanked out.
Yeah. Alright,
Blink
graph this
off.
first line.
Blink
We
off.
put our
Blink
dot at b.
So we're at -4, so we go up 1 over 3.
Yep, up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Put our second dot. And then Trayton is my line that I'm going to make. It's going to be solid or dash.
It's gonna be dash.
Solid. You see this extra line right there? That means it's solid. Alright. Then I have to go through and see which side I need to shade, and that's where we pick a point. So,
Choose one.
sure.
-2 and positive.
Why do you choose a hard one?
It's not even hard.
Alright, Alex wants to do -2 and +2.
Oh, that's the wrong side.
You said -2 and +2.
You're so.
What you doing?
Oh,
You mean
my
this
bad.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's 2,
Positive
-2.
2 and then -2. My bad.
Alright,
Oh my
so
god.
Alex wants to do 2, -2, because she doesn't want to do the easy ones. She's being weird, I guess. Alright, so we're going to plug in 2 for x, -2 for y into our first equation up here. So -2 less than or equal to 1 over 3 times 2 minus 4. And we're going to have to plug in this right side into Desmos. So Dylan, since you got Desmos right there, plug that in for us, please.
Oh, I can't see your crusty handwriting.
1 over 3. 1 divided by 3. And make sure you kind of bump your mouse over a little bit, and then do times 2,
Okay.
and then minus 4. Yep.
We get -4.333333333.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. We get negative -3.3333333333333.
Okay.
Repeating.
Yeah. So I get -3.3 repeating. Yeah. All right. Robert, is -2 less than -3.3?
No.
Yes.
No. -2 is greater than. Remember, negatives are backwards. They're weird. So this is false. This is my false side right now, which means my true side is just this little wedge down here. So I'm going to shade my true side like this. Alright? And I'm going to erase the dot I used because I'm going to have to do the same process again, but this time I'm going to have to do it with my second line right here. My y is less than negative 7 over 3x plus 4.
Are you kidding me?
So it's the exact same process, but we just have different numbers. So, Susie, what's the first thing I need to do?
Put your dot at the 4.
Yep, we're going to go up to 4, put our dot. And from there, we got to follow our slope. Keith, what's my slope? On our second one right here.
It's I don't know.
Alright,
Whoa, is that the new phone case you're making?
alright.
Go down negative 7 over 3.
It's mx plus b. B is this one on the end. M is right over here by the x, which is negative 7 over 3. Let's turn off your YouTube there. Whatever you're looking at.
And trading.
Don't just turn down the brightness. That doesn't actually change anything. I'm not that stupid. No, don't switch tabs. Let's close the YouTube. Put that little X on the top right. No, you change the tabs. Somebody just take your whole Chromebook. You use my crusty calculator.
Crusty calculator. Ew.
Okay, so we gotta follow our slope, negative 7 over 3. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 1, 2, 3. And my dot's right there. Alright, I think we're back to, actually Kyle, is my line gonna be solid or dash? Solid. Yep. I'm gonna make my solid line right here. And we gotta pick a point.
1, 1.
I'm gonna let Joyce Lee pick, because she hasn't got
Gotta
it
get
yet.
I
one.
was gonna say 1-1.
What do you wanna pick, Juice?
She's going to say the opposite.
0-0.
1 over 1.
That is usually a good one, but look at my line. 1, 1 is right here, right? I don't wanna pick 1, 1, because it's on my line. So pick a different one that's easy.
2, 2.
2,
2, 2 is another great one. So try to pick one of these two. 1, 1 doesn't work because my line, it looks like goes right through it. So I don't want to pick that one. So instead, I'm going to pick 2, 2. And just like last time when I plugged in these numbers, I'm going to plug in 2, 2 into this one. And let me just get a little more space here. So I'm plugging in 2, 2. So 2 is going to go in for y, less than negative 7 over 3 times 2 plus 4. Well, since you got decimals right there, plug that into decimals for me, please.
Okay.
No.
What?
It's a math.
Is that a 7 or a 1?
This is a negative 7 right there. Over 3.
It's negative 4.6. Repeat.
Okay. So we get 2 is less than negative 4.6. Is that true, Drayton?
That is incorrect.
No.
Incorrect.
That is incorrect. 2 is bigger than negative 4. So when I shade it, that means this dot is on my false side, and I gotta shade my true side. That means my true side's over here. I'm gonna go through and shade.
What did you do for that?
Bigger, bro. Like I told you yesterday, you throw it in my ceiling again, it's your fault. So you probably
Oh.
should do it.
You didn't tell him that yesterday. He wasn't even here
Yeah, I wasn't
yesterday.
here
Yeah,
yesterday.
I wasn't
The
even
day
here
before.
yesterday.
That's how I know you.
Was it you?
The day before then, sometime this week, I told you.
What?
Alright, so we are almost done, but we got one last thing. I need to shade in where both things overlap. So, over here on the right side, I got nothing. On this left side up top, I have just green. This little corner down here, I have just purple. The only spot they overlap is this kind of bottom middle chunk right here. So I'm going to shade it really dark, so I know that this is my final answer.
Oh god.
Bless you.
Just like that. So what we're doing today really isn't any, it's really not any different than what you've done. We just have 2 of the hard lines to graph, but not 2 of the easy ones, and not an easy line in there. That's the only difference. Alright, let's do another one, then you guys will do one, and then that'll be it.
Don't do this.
Alright, so let's do this one. I think we're at you, Dylan. Let's graph this first one. What's the first thing I need to do?
15.
Choose a thingy.
If you go to negative 15.
Yeah, exactly. How you
Why
do
is that negative
Go to
15?
negative 15. Go to 15. Jeez.
I got this online.
Dude, Mr. Golky.
Why is it 15?
You know what? We're gonna make it negative. I mean,
Negative 5.
Negative
Five.
6.
it was 5 the whole time. What are you talking about?
But Mr. Golky, there's not.
You can't even go
Yeah.
over it.
Negative
Alright,
six.
we're gonna go negative 5.
Ouch.
Alright, what do I do next, Robert?
Alright,
Yeah,
I'll
Robert.
see.
You can't go down
Gotta
either,
do
Goldie.
that.
You can do it.
Hey,
See if Robert remembers
Mr.
though.
Golky.
Yeah, you see, hold on, I gotta X the one out like you
Uh-huh,
do.
yeah. What do I gotta do next?
So good pupil.
Can't go down.
You gotta
Hey, is
put
it
the
recording?
Yeah, man.
up
I
there.
don't know why you're recording.
Right there.
Louis.
No, we already did that. It's negative 5, so we went down to negative 5. What do I do next
Oh,
after
that's
that first
negative
5?
5?
Yeah, man. That's a minus right there. It makes it negative.
Robert, you need a nap, bro.
Shut up, train.
Something.
That's your bedtime.
Mr. Golky.
Alright, what do I gotta do, Robert? After I make my first dot?
Well, you gotta make your second dot.
Yep, how do I find it?
It's right there. It's 3x.
You're close.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Yeah,
close.
3.
It's negative 3, right? I gotta follow my slope. And my slope is negative 3 over 1. But, like Alex said, can I go down 3 and right 1?
No.
No. So let's do the opposite. Let's go up 3,
You can't do
left
that.
1. Yes, we can.
Yes, you can.
We should go down and right, but I don't have space, right? So do the opposite, go up and left. Instead of going down and then right, I'm gonna go up and left. Like that. And that's fine. Because if I went down and right, my dot would be like right here, right?
Let's see how crusty
Somewhere like
the line
that.
is.
Alright. Susie, is my line gonna be solid or dashed?
Dash.
Dashed. Yep,
Solid.
so let me make my kind of dashed line. It's not gonna be very good, but that's fine. Alright, Keith, what point you wanna pick to plug in?
We'll say, I'll go with like 3 over 3.
Alright, 3, 3 works. That's a good one. It's kind of nice if you do the exact like 3 and 3, 1 and 1, 2 and 2, because that means it's just easier to plug in.
Actually, I meant 3 over 4.
Okay, you do 3, 4.
Nah, I was just playing.
Call me, I'm not you big. Alright, so we're doing 3, 3. Okay, so I'm going to plug in 3 for x, 3 for y. So 3 greater than negative 3 times 3 minus 5. The times right there. Alright, Kyle, you got Desmos. What do you get?
May contain inappropriate language
Uh-huh. Get off YouTube. I already told you once.
recorded in actual classroom.
Get off YouTube, Keith.
I thought you were gonna say recorded in Africa.
Recorded in Africa.
That's what I
What do you get, Kyle?
Where's all the videos that we commented on? Oh, there's one comment on this one. Oh, Crest.
You'd be done if you guys could focus. And I guess you want to just waste
But wait for
time.
Kyle.
Negative 14.
Creighton, get off YouTube.
He says
Negative 14.
He's been on YouTube the whole entire time.
So we get 3 is greater than negative 14. Is that true, Alex?
Chris. Yes.
Yep, that's true. 3 is bigger than negative 14. So I'm going to shade my true side like this. Yeah, good enough. Alright, let's go. Get off YouTube, guys. Come on. Keith, YouTube.
I'm giving you views,
I
man.
don't care, man. Get off YouTube.
I'm here,
I don't care about that views.
Alright.
You can get money from YouTube though.
Well, if I have ads, and I don't care.
I have ads. I don't get no money.
Yeah, but you got
Alright.
copyrighted and got
You
your.
gotta
That
get-
was one time.
You gotta
That
get
was
lots of
one-
ads.
He did it in a legal way too.
Alright, so we're going to do the same process,
That's
but with my second line this time. And I think we are at Juice. What's the first thing I should do?
You go to -2.
Yep, we're going to go to negative 2, put a dot, right?
Yeah.
Willem, what am I doing after that?
Do 1 over 4.
Yep, so we're going to go up 1 because it's positive, or 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to make my dashed line because it doesn't have that extra or equal to. Like that. Alright, Allison, what point you want to pick?
Hey.
So 1 minus.
Yep.
One's a good one. So we're gonna plug 1 in. So 1 is greater than 1 over 4 times 1 minus 2. Alright. And I'll save you guys some time. Let's see, 1 over 4 times 1 is 1 over 4.
Is that a
0.25. So 1. Oh, that's a 4.
The
That's
4
a 4
looks
right
like
there.
a Y.
Yeah, no, it's bad. You know. 0.25 minus 2 is negative 1.75. Alright, Dylan, is 1 greater than negative 1.75?
What would you say?
Is 1 greater than negative 1.75?
Is 1 greater than
Yes,
negative
yes.
1.75? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. That means this is my true side up here. So I'm going to shade through like this. And we are almost done. We just got to do our final answer where I shaded in really dark. So this kind of left side only has blue. Nothing down here, only green. Where they both overlap is the top kind of right section. So I'm going to shade it really dark. Just so I can show that this is my answer.
Top right section.
Yep. That's where both of them overlap. Oh, good enough. All right. Your guys' turn. I want you to do this one on your own. And let's actually make it a little nicer because I didn't realize these numbers were going to be so big for some reason. I got this online. I guess I didn't pay enough attention. We're going to make that a 2. Yeah. So cross out that 10 on this next problem and put a 2. All right. On your own, I want you to graph the solutions to these inequalities. On your own. You don't have to skip
You know what? I was honestly thinking 2 seconds ago.
That's you should get your work done.
I wonder if the government would allow me to make a Soviet republic.
Why do you always think this stuff? I just question it every day. Oh, what if the government lets me? Who thinks that?
Oh my god.
I just said it. It comes from me.
No, the government would not let you start your own country. And I'm pretty sure Russia would have problems if you called your place Soviet Republic.
I'm sure they.
It's a Soviet Republic of Raptoria.
Don't
Yes.
use your little
Alright, get to work.
arm.
Get to work.
No, Robert.
I'm gonna arm my soldiers with teddy bears. No. Specifically teddy bears. They have to be a certain kind too. I actually next to
Alright, you know,
Dead Moss.
getting this done, Dylan?
Mr. Golke, some random dude commented on one of your thingies.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
It was all, his name's Milk something.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's me.
He's all. Mr. Golke, like his quotation marks. Golke, I'm meeting you in classroom, he was all savage. You know, like, you like that?
You like that?
Like that too.
Alright, on your own, graph both of these and see where they overlap. Graph the systems of inequalities. If you guys do good on this, we'll skip our exit ticket. Yeah. We got them. Also,
Today's video.
yeah. So while you guys are working on this, I've been thinking about doing this kind of all week since you guys have been hyper and not good at paying attention. So in order to use a Chromebook or listen to music, we're going to do a 3-strike system for different people. I did it in Algebra 1 for a while until they shaped up. So if I got to tell you to be quiet more than once, or if you're horsing around and you like throw a
What
chair,
happens if we use all of our
I'm gonna
strength?
throw a
then
chair.
it's alright, I'll walk you through it. We'll talk about it tomorrow too.
Bro, it's
If
cause
you get any strikes, you can't listen to music. You get 2 strikes, you can't listen to music, and you have an after-school detention with me. You get 3 strikes, you get a referral.
bro, that sounds like
Yeah,
that's
in a
little
week.
too hard.
No, man.
That is hard.
Yeah,
Well,
come
don't
on.
mess around then.
So 1 strike is just a warning.
No, 1 strike, you can't have music for the rest of the week.
2 strikes.
2 strikes is a detention in my room where you're probably cleaning my desks. It's pretty easy referral.
Honestly.
Yeah. So we're gonna start that tomorrow, and I'll explain it again
What
tomorrow.
kind of?
Let's
Just so
start
you know.
next
So this
week.
Well, let's
less
make the
than-
rules now. Like, how can I get a strike?
Yep.
Because I don't want you.
So 1 is less than
I don't want you making rules on the way.
Just a politician.
That means you got the true side. You pick your one. Yeah.
This random guy. God.
I didn't know it was
Alright, so what'd you get?
It's two less than
And that's true, right? You picked, that was the one you picked? So yep, so that showed your true side, and your true side had the dot on this one. Give you a couple more minutes. You guys do good. You won't have your exit ticket.
Has 11 views.
You coming out, Pokey?
Hey man, not that big a deal.
What you gonna do with your,
Mr. Goki, you don't
Why
act
is
like
it
you're
on my
hyped about it
future?
here, but we know that you're hyped.
You know you're hyped. Pokey,
Even my bad videos get from that. I have 2 videos.
big Wolfie? You know,
Dude,
someday,
you have so many videos.
You know.
Wolfie, someday you're gonna be mainstream, right? You're gonna be teaching little Chinese kids how to do math. I guarantee you.
I think that
Can I take this call?
You're
We're not
Japanese
even
though,
Japanese.
what? God.
she's Korean. Just kidding.
You're Korean.
No, I wasn't the one who got asked, would you like it in Korean or English during your driver's test?
That was
Someone after that. Someone after that.
I don't know if they're trying to be polite or just racist.
Wait, it depends on how they said it.
You sound pretty racist.
I can just imagine
Like how
that.
you did. Okay.
Korean and like native, like on the little like.
Would you like your
Time out.
driving test?
Maybe that's fine.
Or
Maybe they'll like require
What do you mean?
like if you were to wrote like Hispanic, they would ask like.
Oh my god, I'm dead.
Hey, I'll just throw a chair.
You're correct. Honestly.
I'm sorry, but
I'm sorry,
Comedy
that's
gold.
just so dumb to hear. Do you want your driver's test in English or Korean? God, such a thing to say.
right?
No, I want it in Jamaican.
No, I want a Jamaican. What do you think?
Still in English, but it's Jamaican. Robert's dying over there.
Dude, I think Loki killed Robert.
No, freaking the story killed Mark. Yeah, Robert. Robert.
Wabu.
I'm dead.
You know, that's my name since the playground days.
Robert, shut up.
Back in my day,
Robert, shut up.
we didn't have these fancy
Enough.
that you have here.
I'll give you 1 more minute, then we're going over it.
Oh, shoot. Hold
If
on.
you guys do good, we won't do the exit ticket. And if you got some troubles, we're gonna do it.
But
So we get
Goki,
extra practices.
1
Alright, finished.
times 1.
it's still low. Bro, I think my socks are wet.
Why?
Because earlier I was walking I was walking from Tyson's house, and I like in the grass.
So nice to look.
It was like wet. And I don't know, but yeah, like damn. This is my right foot.
Alright, we're getting started. If you're not done, that's okay. Keep working, but you might have to help me out. Alex, what's the first thing we gotta do?
Going on through two.
We're gonna graph our first one, we're gonna go to -2 and put our dot. Alright. What's the, no, we got that task. Come on, Alex, again. Willem, what's the next thing I gotta do? Take your headphones out, we're not done yet.
Who's like doing their nails?
What's the next thing I gotta do?
I'm pretty sure that was Robert.
4 over 1.
Yeah, so
We go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I think it's
Over
more like
1,
2.
and we got a solid line on this one.
Yeah.
Alright. What are we gonna do next, Allison?
After that, you are going to, I put
Shut up.
1-1.
Okay, 1, 1 will work. It's close to the line, but it's not on the line, it looks like.
I got -6, and that is false.
Okay, so you said, so you end up getting 1 is less than -6, right?
Yeah, that's false.
which is false. So let me see 4. Yep. That is false, which means we're shading this side over here. We're shading our true side. All right. Let's keep going. We just did our first one. Susie, what do I have to do first on my second line? What? Sorry. Yep, we're gonna go up here to 1, put our point. Okay. And then, what was that next?
Mr. Guap.
Juice, what do I gotta do next?
The Goldmeister.
Let her answer. Just give her a second. Let's put her on the spot.
Who gave you your nickname?
Juice is going. We put our dot at 1, right?
Yeah.
We gotta put our second dot. Where do I go to find that second dot? Where to put that second dot?
Go 1 over and up 3.
The other way. Up 1 over 3.
Yeah.
Up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Put our second dot. And we're going to have a nice solid line because we got that extra thing. Alright. What am I going to do next? Dylan, what am I doing next?
You are ow. Ah. You're finding what to say aside the shade.
Bye.
I hope you got that right.
What are we going to do?
By doing something with that number, I forget what it is though.
What? We got to pick a point, right?
Yeah.
What point you want to pick?
Okay. Oh, 1 and 1.
1 and 1 will work. That's close to my line, but it's not on my line. So we're going to go 1 less than or equal to 1 over 3 times 1 plus 1. And I'll save you some time. We're going to get 1 is less than or equal to 1.3 repeating. Is that true, Robert?
Yeah.
Yep. 1 is less than 1.3, so we're going to shade down here. My dot's on my true side.
I got 1.6.
What numbers you plug in?
Maybe 3.
Oh, that's why you plugged in different numbers. But
I got it right there.
even if your numbers are different, it doesn't mean your problem's wrong. It just means you use different numbers. And my last step is I have to shade in the spots where these overlap really dark. And let's see, I got just blue here, just red here, and the only spot they overlap is in this kind of bottom left wedge. So I'm going to shade that in really dark. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good.
It's alright.
You know, I think Lenin would be proud of me if I created the Soviet Republican.
Alright. That's it. I'll let you guys skip the exit ticket because most of you guys did pretty good today. And I will hand out your homework.
No!
Mr. Golke, we have homework.
Yeah, man.
Today.
Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to that.
And on your homework, you only have to do 5. You only have to do 5 on your homework. You don't have to do all of them. I'll let you pick what 5 you want.
Are we excused from class now?
Like you go use the bathroom.
No, I really, really have to.
How are you gonna drink after
Bye.
3? Sorry.
I don't know.
Doesn't even
I
start
asked if I had one left.
Maybe I didn't update it in the grade book.
My God, okay, you got my mom all worried about for nothing.
Oh, Jesus
Suck,
Christ,
man.
actually.
Keep it on, Keith.
How did that scare you?
How does that scare you,
If
Robbie?
you're going to the bathroom, go.
Vietnam flashbacks.
I remember the tunnels, man.
Oh God!
Whoa!
You probably
Okay.
really shouldn't joke about that. It's kind of a big deal.